Have you ever just, I don't know, had problems like being content where you are, the money you have, or the house you live in, the car you drive? Like, I think we all have that issue some point in our lives. And I'd been studying about it last week some, and I found my way to Ecclesiastes chapter 2 and verse 18 through 26. And it says, Yea, I hated all my labor which I had taken under the sun, because I should leave it unto the man that shall be after me, and who knoweth whether he shall be a wise man or a fool. Yet shall he have rule over all my labor wherein I have labored, and wherein I have showed myself wise under the sun. I'm sorry, I lost my spot. This is also vanity. Therefore I went about to cause my heart to despair of all the labor which I took under the sun. For this is a man whose labor in wisdom and in knowledge and in equity. Yet to a man that hath not labored therein shall he leave it for his portion. This is also this also is vanity and a great evil. For what hath man of all his labor, and the vexation of his heart, wherein he hath labored under the sun? For all his days are sorrows, and his travail grief. Yea, his heart taketh not rest in the night. This is also vanity. There is nothing better for a man than that he should eat and drink, and that he should make his soul enjoy good in his labor. This also I saw, that it was from the hand of God. For who can eat, or who else can hasten hereunto more than I? For God giveth to man that is good in his sight wisdom and knowledge and joy. But to the sinner he giveth travail to gather and to heap up, that he may give to him that is good before God. This also is vanity and a vexation of spirit. Sometimes we got to be content where we are. We got to enjoy the things God has put in our lives. For instance, like when I before we had the twins, most of you know this story, but before we had the twins, I had a 71 Cutlass, and yeah, it had holes all in it. The floor was good, but I mean the body was junk. it was talking about heaps. The body was a bit of a heap, but I constantly wanted to rebuild it, and then after we had the twins, I focused on the idea of rebuilding it so much, and I was like, man, I'm not moving fast enough on it. I'm sanding down the body, and I've got it, the body almost sanded down, but I don't have the time to commit to it. I don't have the money, the funds. I kind of want something a little better off, something I can, fix up faster. That's how it always goes. And I got rid of it. I realized that that I need something better. Now I'm sitting here with no project, uh, and it's all my own fault. I didn't want to put in the time and be content with just moving slowly on my project. And I realize that now that I should have been content that I had that project. I should have been content because I was adding two beautiful daughters to my family. I should have been content that, I'm blessed to have enough money to have a project in a world like that's this hard to find a job, And, I just got grief from it. Losing something like that I should have been content with. It's one of my cars I've always wanted, But anyways, Philippians chapter 1 and verse 21 says, "For to me to live is Christ, and to die is gain." Okay, now we've all heard sermons about this, and we've heard talks about it, about how nothing else matters, that, even if we die, we know God has us. If we are Christians, to die is to meet Jesus. That's important in our lives. It is. If you're a sinner, or if you're not a sinner, either way, you're going to meet God. And you might not like what he says, but either way, you're going to meet him. And I'd rather mine be on good terms. Philippians chapter 4 and verse 11, chapter 4 and verse 11 through 12. "Not that I speak in respect of want, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content. I know both how to be abased, and I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things I am instructed, both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need." We have to hunger after God. We have to think of God. We have to be content with our walk with God. We have to be content in our God. And I think we should just focus on that this week. I might have another short video of this. So